I think it's a good idea for me to define what a growth stock is, because you're probably wondering, what does Ronke mean by a growth stock? Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, The Bulletproof Life. It's your girl Ronke Odewumi, and as usual, I'm delighted to have you here. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you 10 growth stocks you should be watching, researching, and buying in 2021. We're talking about investing today. We're talking about growing well today. So I'm going to be sharing with you these 10 growth stocks so that you can watch them, follow them, research them, and buy them in order to grow wealth. Now, before we get right into today's topic, can I ask you to please take a minute to press the like button for me so that YouTube can share my video with other like-minded people like you. If you haven't subscribed, please do it by pressing the red button on your right. Subscribing is free, doesn't cost you a penny, and it allows you to get notifications every time I share a new video. So let's go right into today's topic. Now, before I tell you the 10 growth stocks you should be watching, researching, and buying this year, I think it's a good idea for me to define what a growth stock is, because you're probably wondering, what does Ronke mean by a growth stock? Now, a growth stock is the stocks and shares of a company that has the potential to give you earnings and revenues that are higher or bigger than what you will get in the average stock market or in the industry to which that company belongs. I'm going to be sharing some numbers on the screen so you can read them and see the performance of the stocks and shares that I'm talking about as I talk about them. The first growth stock that I want you to watch, research, and consider buying this year is an environmentally friendly one, and it's Tesla. Tesla is a manufacturer of electric vehicles, the manufacturer of electric vehicles, and in 2020, Tesla had an amazing year. They had an amazing performance on the stock exchange. Their stock shot up from $400 per unit right up to $900 per unit in January. Now, the interesting thing about Tesla, while it seemed unaffordable in the last few months because it was at $900, Tesla has had a dip in the last 1 week. They've had a dip in their prices. And I think the dip in Tesla's prices is due to temporary factors that don't change the fact that Tesla is the way forward, is a growth stock to watch. So right now, as of today, Tesla is going for about $682 a unit. It had a dip, and it's one that you need to get on top of before it shoots right back up, because I believe it's going to. And my reason for believing this is because of the earning and growth potential of the solar market industry, of the alternative energy market. That market is the future. We are going to be seeing more of electric vehicles, of alternative energy products. And as more countries embrace alternative energy, solar energy, we are going to see that market grow exponentially. And that is why you want to get on top of it by buying into a growth stock such as Tesla. The second growth stock I want you to think about buying is Ocado Group. Yes, Ocado Group is the online delivery food group for Waitrose. They deliver food online, groceries online, for Waitrose products. They've extended their services now to include M&S. And Ocado has had a fantastic year, helped very much by the fact that we've been in lockdown forever. So there's been a lot of food delivery and food ordering going on, and Ocado is doing amazingly. So Ocado has had a wonderful year, and we expect it to continue to have that kind of year going forward, because we are still in lockdown, aren't we? And it sort of opened the eyes of a lot of people to the kind of services that Ocado delivers and the quality that comes with that service. So Ocado is the second growth stock I need you to watch and consider buying. The third and the fourth growth stock are in the same industry. They are both in the retail fashion industry, and it's JD Sport Fashion and Asos. Asos recently acquired Topshop. If there's one thing I always suggest to the people I provide financial coaching to, is for them to watch out for the stocks and shares of companies they themselves patronize. Literally, all of us shop Asos. They're on top of it. They carry so many brands. Asos is growing, and as you can see on the screen here, their performance has been fantastic. Their forecast is positive. Asos is one to watch, and the fact that they've recently acquired Topshop says to me that there's a lot of opportunity there to benefit from, and it's a good one to jump on top of. JD Sports Fashion, similarly to Asos, has had a good year and is expected to continue to have a good year going forward. Their target market is young people, and these young people are loyal to the brands that JD Sports Fashion retails, and that is one of the reasons why you need to look into it. Their performance is great, they have a bright future ahead of them, and these two are growth stocks that are worth considering. The next two growth stocks I'm going to share with you are entertainment growth stocks. You probably use them daily. Most of us use them daily. We are at it day in, day out. And these two companies have had a fantastic 5 years. The last 5 years have been one of growth for these two companies. And even though we call them growth stocks, I'm starting to think that they are defensive stocks because it looks like nothing can shake them. But for now, we continue to call them growth stocks. And they are Facebook and Netflix. Netflix and Facebook have had an amazing 5 years. As you can see on the screen, their numbers are good. Their previous performance, while it's not a definitive measure of what they will do in the next few years, it's an indication of where they are going. And there is nothing in the economy right now that says that Facebook and Netflix will stop performing as they have been doing. They have survived the pandemic years. In fact, they've done very well in the last 1.5 years of the pandemic. Netflix has also benefited from the pandemic year. We've been in lockdown, we've stayed home more, and we have watched a lot more Netflix. Netflix has bought a lot of shows that are money makers, that have increased the number of people who are tuning in into Netflix. Netflix has had a good last few years and is expected to have a few more good years in the future. So honestly, if you're thinking of buying growth stocks, Facebook and Netflix should be on your list of consideration. They are on mine, and I think there are two growth stocks that are really, really worth putting money to. The next two growth stocks I'm sharing are payment platforms, and they are Amazon and PayPal. You're probably looking at me and thinking, no, Amazon is a retail outlet. No, Amazon is also a payment platform. Amazon is a lot of things, and that is why you need to be getting on Amazon. Everybody, literally everybody, is buying something from Amazon. Amazon services are so widespread, they have become very difficult to avoid. From Amazon Retail to Prime Video to their book publishing platform, to their payment platform, to the online services they provide, the cloud services, Amazon just covers every little corner of service that you can think of. And that is one of the reasons why I think Amazon is a place to invest. It's a growth stock that's also had a fantastic last 5 years. And as the numbers show on the screen, Amazon had a good 2020. I mean, come on. We were in lockdown. We were shopping Amazon. We were just buying everything. The fact that a lot of businesses were closed in 2020 was to the benefit of Amazon, because they became our last resort. Everything was being bought from Amazon, and that has really impacted Amazon's numbers. We all know that Jeff Bezos remains now on the list of top 2 richest men in the world, and Jeff Bezos is Amazon. Despite the fact that he has stepped down as CEO and is now the chairman, Jeff Bezos is still Amazon, and that is why you need to invest in Amazon as a growth stock. The past 5 years have been good for Amazon. The present year is good for Amazon. The future is likely to be good for Amazon. Similarly to Amazon as a payment platform, PayPal has enjoyed the last 5 years in terms of performance. Also because we are shopping online a lot more again because of the pandemic and 2020, PayPal has benefited from that. Prior to the pandemic, PayPal was doing very well because it has established itself as a trusted payment platform accepted in countries all over the world. So therefore, PayPal has been doing well. And then 2020 came along and PayPal just rode the wave of the online shopping we've been doing to do even better than previous years. So PayPal is definitely a growth stock you should be buying. As we've been at home, a lot of us have started doing more DIY, taking care of our homes. After all, we are in it for more hours now. There was a time when Dulux Paint had to restrict the number of cartons or cans of paint people could buy because people were just buying them off the shelves. And one of the things we've been doing, in addition to painting our homes, is improving our interior decor. And one company that has benefited from that is Dunelm. Dunelm is a home decor store that sells a lot of beautiful home decor, interior decor, soft furnishing, and they have benefited from the fact that a lot of us have now turned our sights to our homes and improving the spaces we live and now work in. I mean, it was a different thing when we were going out to work. We could ignore what our spaces looked like. But now that we are all at home 24 hours a day, we just want to live and work in very nice places. Additionally, people have just been bored. And because we're bored, we're doing decor, we're doing DIY, we're furnishing, we're making our spaces nicer. Dunelm has had a good last few years. And because of that, we expect it to continue to have a good performance, especially because the way of working of the future is going to be different from what we're used to. I don't think a lot of us are going to return to 5 days a week in the offices very soon. And so because of that, we are going to continue improving our spaces. We are going to continue making our homes look good. And Dunelm is going to continue to benefit from that. And that is why we need to be jumping on that stock as a growth stock, which brings me to the last growth stock we need to be buying. There is one company that when everybody else was shut down, everybody else was asked to go home, they were added to the list of essential stores, along with the likes of Tesco, Sainsbury's, Asda, and all the other essential services that were left open. Halfords was left open. Halfords, repairers of vehicles, bicycles, and tires, providers of MOT, were left open. Halfords has been left open and they have benefited exceedingly from the last 1 year of lockdown. They have stayed open and they have thrived, and the performance of their stocks and shares have reflected this very much. And I'm convinced that Halfords is going to have a good future going forward, which is why you should consider Halfords as a growth stock to watch, research, and buy. So I have now shared with you 10 growth stocks you should be watching, researching, and buying in order to grow wealth. I would like to remind you that this video is my opinion of the financial market, is my opinion of the stocks and shares I have talked about. It is not financial advice. So please do your research and speak to a financial advisor if you must before you make any investment decisions. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope it's added value to you. If it has, please like it. Drop me a comment to let me know if you have bought any of these growth stocks or if you are going to be buying any of these growth stocks. Don't forget to share this video with your friends. Invite them to be a part of this bulletproof community. We are doing interesting things here. We are doing amazing things together. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, come on, be a darling. Press the red button on the right. It's free. Subscribing to my channel won't cost you a penny, I promise. Just press that red button so that you can be here regularly to catch my videos whenever I drop them. Until my next video, you take care of yourself and keep living that bulletproof life. Bye-bye.